Hello, hello. Happy New Year and welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a January 2023 reading for the sign of Taurus. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. You have a Jack of Clubs. Actually, I'm going to lay that down because it came out with another card. Sometimes I put those back in when I'm shuffling, just to let you know, but I'm feeling it this time. And if you're returning, welcome back and Happy New Year. Hope your holiday season was wonderful and calm and peaceful and all that good stuff. What message does Taurus need to hear starting out with this new year? Hopefully this glorious new year 2023. And how about cards of advice? And we'll jump right into it. This is going to be snappy, I can tell you that, because it's just coming out real nice and clear and crisp. No hesitation on the message coming out today. Taurus, let's get down to it. The Jack of Clubs, I did mention that, right? And the Eight of Spades. Interesting combination. The Jack of Clubs can be a fire sign energy. It could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If it's a person, it represents a younger person, but I don't think so. And well, I'm going to take that back. It could represent a person because the Eight of Spades here talks about a work situation in the context of being overworked, of doing more than you can handle, and it's affecting you emotionally or physically. It's a lot of stress involved with that. But the other thing about the Eight of Spades is there's some kind of conflict with somebody at work. So it could be this younger fire sign. You could have somebody that you work with or under, like a supervisor. And you may not know their birth date. You might want to find out if they're born in, kind of late July to mid-August. That's kind of the Leo season, for example. Or the Sag season, I don't know by heart. I just know Leo because I am a Leo. Or the Aries season, which is a couple of months before Leo season. Anyway, you can look those up to get more accurate timelines. But I'm sensing certainly there's some kind of stress here. We have to pick up more cards, but I'm just remembering your last couple of readings. If you want to go ahead, Taurus, and look at November, December for my channel, you have a playlist, and you were embarking on some kind of new income opportunity that involves something that it disrupted your home life, and I was always leaning towards it being some kind of remote job where you had to travel a lot, for example, or you're working on commission. I think there was a combination of those types of energies that I was getting from those readings. I think we're going to continue that theme here because there's definitely this stress with the Eight of Spades. And the Jack of Clubs, like I said, it could be the person involved that maybe is in some way directly working with you or around you. Queen of Hearts. Self-nurturing, or this can be somebody nurturing you from the outside. It's also water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. This person could be actually above, if this was, let's say this is a co-worker, this Jack of Spades, or like your direct supervisor, this person would be above them. They have a little bit more power and authority. Just kind of goes along with the Queen energy. We're not looking at genders, so not necessarily female. Just kind of where they stand in the midst of things. And like I said, they're kind of a motherly energy. So sometimes I see this as the person or the sign I'm reading for is in this mode of protecting themselves through self-nurturing, kind of taking that power back. Two of Clubs. There's some kind of communication that needs to happen here. I think whatever's going on with the stress, yeah, there's some kind of communication around that for sure. The important thing to realize right off the bat here is it's going to restore the harmony and balance. It has something to do with harmony and balance because of the two. Eight of Diamonds. Definitely on an entrepreneurial pursuit. You're still in this mode of, like I said, the last couple of months I have seen you enter into this new income opportunity that I think you had a lot of hopes of advancing yourself, not necessarily career-wise, but financially. I'll just say it how it is. Financially, it's all about the income, just kind of leveling up, just like coming to a new level in your life, being able to take better responsibility financially or afford the things that perhaps were out of reach before. Taurus, I just know that you're practical with money. You usually have a good head about that. So it's not that you were, living from paycheck to paycheck, but I think there was a strong desire for you to do something perhaps challenging and difficult, and you just started on that in the last few months, the latter half of 2022. And this card still talks about that entrepreneurial pursuit, doing something definitely it's going to pay off individually. Because the other thing about the Eight of Diamonds is it is starting to pay off. You are starting to see returns on investments. Time and energy is not wasted here. But there's some kind of communication that needs to occur, and I think it has to do with that stress that's still ongoing. So we're asking for more cards here to clarify, for me probably more than Taurus, their situation, but perhaps insight for you as well. Another Eight of Clubs. You got all the eights out here. Do you see that? Actually, there's one missing, but eights are indication that things are moving forward. There's no stagnancy. You're not stuck on anything. Whatever the pursuit that you're involved in, it's steadily going. The Eight of Clubs talks about having a crossroads decision, though. And perhaps you're stuck on some kind of idea. I think in this case, you could be very well still stuck on this outcome that you're expecting, but there's some kind of decision involved. Probably, I think it was your last reading where I think it actually looked like you were considering leaving whatever it was that you were involved in. It's not, I don't want to use the words giving up because Tauruses don't give up. But they do throw in the towel when they get frustrated with it to the point of it's not worth the stress, right? Not worth her, I was going to say not worth her time. But it's all about the toll that it's taking on you, or the uselessness in the pursuit, like it's going nowhere. What else is Taurus facing in January 2023? What else can you tell us about this situation? Six of Clubs, Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades energy, I don't think it represents a person. I'll just throw it out there. It could be an air energy involved. Again, a younger person. That would be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But I tend to look at the Jack of Spades in the other sense of kind of reflecting your mindset. Let's put it that way. It's not a behavior. It's like a mindset. The mindset of the Jack of Spades is a little bit suspicious. You feel like you can't trust somebody or some situation. You're looking for the other shoe to drop. You're not trusting what's going on. Interestingly, with the Six of Clubs right beside it, they came out together. That's all about personal growth. You know what? I'm picking up that this situation is really testing your limits. Probably in terms of patience, in terms of endurance with your energy levels. You're being tested, and I think you've probably felt that all along. But the thing is here, it's indicating it's leading to personal growth. So to me, this is a good endeavor. Perhaps that's why you've stuck it out. You know that if you can make it to the other side, it's really going to pay off. I think you might have an intuitive sense of that. Nonetheless, you're not trusting of the process. I think this is what Jack of Spades is telling us. Not trusting this process, though. Yeah, you're going along with the program, but you're not liking it. It's not your comfort zone. I could have actually told you that in November. I think I probably did tell you that. Matter of fact, Queen of Spades. Yes, again, we have kind of the energy of holding back. I don't think this is an air sign you're involved with. I think these are energies you're experiencing internally and kind of putting off to the world. The distrust with the Jack of Spades. Sorry if it's off the camera. Try to slide it over here. I try to get a good wide angle view with the camera here, but I know that my cards tend to spill off the side, so let me just kind of change these up. Okay, Queen of Spades is, again, it's about taking back your power and authority. Not in an over-dominating way, though. It's not king. It's queen. The queen holds back, though. She's reserved. She doesn't tell you what's going on. Holds it inside. Total Taurus. I don't want to say it's your usual behavior, but I think Tauruses don't always voice what they're feeling. And this communication that needs to occur, I still think, is along the same lines of you need to get the frustration out. Express yourself. You need to express yourself. Tauruses have challenges around that. I do think there was another reading, I want to say around late November when we were discussing that Taurus, so it's popped up before. The 9 of Diamonds, there's some kind of completion here that has led you to a place where you can take financial responsibility. What did I say? Things are starting to pay off. This tells me that you've started to see payouts. Okay, it could have been around the holidays, Christmas in particular. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I apologize. It's just that usually companies tend to equate that with handing out bonuses. For example, they don't think about other cultures and other belief systems, right? It's all about your Christmas, quote, bonus. Maybe you saw a big payout you weren't expecting and you're like, oh, okay. Now we're back on track. Now we're still moving in that direction that you were hoping. So you're not giving up. I do think the last reading was you were kind of at this place of I might give this up. I might step out of this. It's not working out. Anyway, you're at a place where something has come full circle and completed, and you're starting to reap rewards. One more card though before we look at cards of advice. I'm feeling it, Taurus. There's a strong story message coming out here. Yeah, it just flipped out. Wish fulfillment. Again, I think you saw something come to fruition and you're very pleased with it. This is what you were waiting for. Be that a bonus, be that all your hard work started to really pay off in some way. Like if you're working on commission, you started suddenly getting more clients. The company started to raise the percentage of your commission. But I think you had some kind of big windfall come around, some kind of reward. Let's just put it that way. It may not have been like a huge sum of money, but some kind of reward that has convinced you are still on the right path. Let's go to advice. Yes, you're still on this new start to follow your heart. And sometimes this talks about romance, but I think we're on this career, income, financial theme here. So it's very important for you to still follow what you truly desire. What sets well with you, right? What jibes with you. 3 of Spades, 4 of Spades. Now, they're almost conflicting because the 3 of Spades talks about worry. You're still worried about things. You're still worried about things. But the 4 of Spades talks about being in a period of stress relief. Now, interestingly, the 4 also speaks of security and stability around your home life. Like I said, those earlier readings was talking on and on about your home life being disrupted. And to me, it's about having to travel or be away from home, whether that's working long hours or actually being physically away from home. And it was affecting you very, very deeply. And you were not happy about it. So right now, I think you're in a period, and possibly again because of the holidays, experiencing stress relief, but you're still worried about things for some reason. Maybe you're worried about how it's affecting people that are at home, like your family. Whoa. Ten of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds. Ace of Diamonds talks about this new income adventure. You had this come out, I think, at least in a couple of those other readings that talked about this new adventure. It's still there. You're still, I guess you still feel like you're at the beginning, but you're definitely getting confirmation from the universe. You're still at the beginning of this adventure, this journey. But the Ten of Hearts is about wrapping up a chapter. And the Ten of Hearts talks about celebration. It talks about kind of reaching the end of the rainbow. Like the ultimate happiness, the ultimate in everything. Celebrating with loved ones, family and friends. I'm getting that wrapping up of that chapter, that theme, is about this new start. It's like, I'll just repeat it. I think this is a very hard thing that you committed yourself to, whatever it was. So it's celebrating that new beginning and the income and trying to increase your finances and become more abundant. Do you see what I'm getting at? So you're either going to celebrate that soon if it hasn't already occurred to you, or you're in the midst of like it's like reaching the first hurdle. Yep, you just got over the hill. It's like completing your first 90 days. Like when you're in a new job and they give you the 90 days to like see if you work out and if you're going to stick around. You've reached that. But it's actually much better than just completing 90 days. This is joy. This is happiness. This is abundance. Four of Clubs. Yeah. This is leading to a very secure, balanced home life. Whatever path you're on, you have worries around your home life being disturbed. This is saying, well, this is telling me you're achieving that. I hope I made that clear. Again, the Three of Spades is about worry, and the Four of Spades is about being in a just like in a pocket of stress relief, but perhaps you're afraid whatever stress that occurred before is going to come back, and you're going to keep enduring that. Well, this looks very good and positive. Plus that Ten of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Any more cards of advice for Taurus? You're starting off the new year pretty excellent, if I might say so myself. This is, I'd like to be in your seat. Wouldn't mind it. Okay, things are still up in the air a little bit. Joker energy. It's also this is also the Fool card. So Fool card talks about new starts. So it's again kind of confirming that you're still at the beginning of this process, this journey. But the Fool is also a reminder that we don't know what's headed our way, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that it's very open. It's very neutral. So anything is possible. Anything can come your way. But I tend to hold more optimism in that and say, you know what? Whatever worries you have here with this Three of Spades, you don't know what lies ahead. It's like you're coming down the road and you can't see around the corner, and it's just acknowledgement you're still at the beginning. You don't have all this mileage behind you to say really how it's all going to turn out. It still remains to be seen, right? And you do have the Six of Diamonds that just conveniently popped out there. This talks about the options and opportunities, which I think you cannot see coming. And again, being able to take better financial responsibility. And it's like paying off your house, it's paying off debts, it's getting out of the hole, any kind of area in your life where it's needed attention. Upgrading your car, anything. You have those opportunities coming your way, Taurus. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. It's like in my face. I hope it's in yours. Seven of Spades. This is about truth being revealed. Again, I kind of see this as the Fool energy. You don't know what lies ahead, and it is going to reveal itself. It's going to become truth. Whatever is hidden from you now is going to be revealed. And I think it has a lot to do with this. So this guy right here, he popped up between those two cards of not knowing what's ahead. And this is very good financially. Taurus, you're not a materialistic person per se, but you know, you're an earth sign, and particularly the Tauruses I've known are very concerned with security and feeling grounded and feeling like they have a home, because Taurus likes to be able to retreat into their home and relax. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just kind of how you go. That's kind of how you flow. So I see that as being a confirmation that whatever endeavor here is, it's definitely taken a turn for the better. You're coming out of this period of stress, but you're still worried about it because I think this is just your nature. But it's still very important that you follow your heart, and that you're fulfilling your wish fulfillment. At least doing the part that you can do to meet that. And we're still in the beginning, but it is it is leading to this greatest happiness and greatest fulfillment. I can tell you that. And don't worry about the security, because you have that. I would say you have that in spades, but that's a bad pun to use here, because it's not about spades. It's about clubs. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, because I just see it as saying, you don't know what's ahead. And in a way, that's about releasing control, right? We can't control everything. We can sometimes control what's in front of us. We can control our behavior and our mindset and our attitude, but we can't control external events as much as we think. It's kind of a double-edged sword, you know, because on one side they say everything out here is a reflection of what's inside, but on the other hand, you do have to worry about other people's scripts, other people's drama, other influences that come from the outside. And we don't have crystal balls, and we're unable to see how our thought patterns materialize, right? So again, there's that air of you don't know what lies ahead. And I think you've had good intentions all along, and as long as you keep yourself in this positive space, that this is going to really pay off for you in big ways. This adventure paying off in big ways. It is. So hang in there. It's still, the message is, there's improvement, but you just need to keep, stay the course. That's what it is. Stay the course. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped. If you'd like to see when the next reading comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe, notifications, and all that jazz, okay? And I will see you again soon, mid-January. Take care.